Hi friends, this is Prabhat Anand. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Today we will be talking about the parts of flower and parts of leaf. So we will be starting with the topic parts of flower. As we can see in the board that a rough diagram of a flower. Through this diagram we will be studying about the parts of flower. As we can see that in this part we look a bit of this place, and this part is generally called the stigma. This part is generally called the stigma of that flower, and the part which is extended somehow in the inner side of that part, this part is called the style. This part of flower is called style. And if we talk about the lower section of that similar part, this is called the ovary. This is called the ovary. And combiningly, if we talk about the stigma, style and ovary, if we talk about the stigma plus style and plus ovary, all together it is only called the carpel or pistil. This is the part which is called carpel or pistil, and carpel or pistil is nothing more. This is the female reproductive system. This is the female reproductive system of flower, or we can say this is the female reproductive part of flower. This is the female reproductive part of flower. Now the next, if we see in the diagram, the next is this part. If we can see here, this extended part is called the filament. This extended part is called the filament, and the upper section of the filament, which is rounded by a two-lobed structure, this is generally the anther part. This is generally called the anther, and this both is together, I mean that anther and filament is together constitute the male reproductive part of flower. Male reproductive part of flower. And this together, if we, as we talked about the stigma, style and ovary, they together constitute the carpel or pistil. Similarly, if we talk about the anther and filament, they together constitute the stamen. They together constitute and form the stamen. So if we will be asked about the male reproductive part of flower, then our answer will be the stamen. And if we will be asked about the female reproductive part of flower, then our answer will be the carpel or pistil. Now as we move further, we can see that the colorful part present in the flower, that functions as the attracting agent for the insects. I mean that due to the colorful appearance of their flowers, the insects are attracted for the process of pollination. This colorful part is generally called the petals. This colorful part is generally called the petals, and in other words it is called the corolla. It is called the corolla. If we talk about the petals, it is combiningly called the corolla. Now if we can see here the green colored part, as in the diagram, this part is generally seen in the flower, and this part is called the sepal. This part called the sepal, and this sepal is also called calyx. This sepal is also called calyx. If we move further to the diagram, we can see that in the middle section a knob-like structure is made, and that knob-like structure is called the receptacle. It is called the receptacle, where all the petals are attached. where all the petals are attached, and that part is called the receptacle, and receptacle is also called the thallus. Receptacle is also called the thallus, and the part which is generally generating out of the receptacle, which is generally connected with the branch, or we can say with the stem, that part of flower is called the petiole. That part of flower is called the petiole, or this part of flower is also called leaf stalk. This is also called leaf stalk. Petiole or leaf stalk. If you will be asked the question that the part which is coming out of the flower and is attached with the stem or the branch, then our answer will be petiole or leaf stalk. Now if we talk about the next part of the flower, we can see inside the ovary some bubble like structure is present, and this bubble like structure is it is only called the ovule or egg, which is generally fused during the pollination process in the reproductive cycle, which is fused by the part named pollen grain, which is extracted. Now the pollen grain is extracted from the anther part, which is exposed by the flowing winds, or we can say by the insects. This is brought into the flowers stigma part. It is brought into the flowers stigma part, and then it is forming a pollen tube, and it goes into the ovary and then fuses with the ovule, that is egg. This part generally bears the pollen grains. This contains the pollen grains. And if we talk about the female reproductive system, that is ovary, in the ovary it contains the ovule or egg. So our questions can be arising that the part which contains the egg or ovule in a flower is called the ovary, and the other question that can be arising, the part which contains the pollen grain, or we can be asked that the part which contains the male reproductive cell is called the anther. The part which contains the pollen grain or male reproductive cell is called the anther. Now let's talk about the parts of leaf. As we talked about the parts of flower, we will be talking about the part of leaf. As we can see a rough diagram of a leaf, in this the part which is generally generating out from the petiole part. If we talk about this part, this is the part which is attached with the stem. This is only the part which is attached with the stem. As we talked in the flower which is attached with the stem or the branch, that part was called petiole. Similarly in the leaf also, the part which is generally attached with the branch, or we can say with the stem, is called the petiole. And a part which is coming out with the branch and the petiole, generally we see in some leaves, this part of leaf is called stipule. This part of leaf is called stipule. This part of leaf is called stipule. Now if we talk about the further, we can see that in the leaf a blade like structure is made. A blade like structure is made, and that blade like structure is called the leaf blade. Is called the leaf blade, or in other words, this leaf blade is only called the lamina. This leaf blade is only the structure which is called the lamina, and this is the structure which takes place in the transpiration process. That is, this is only the structure which expels out the water contents from the inner part of the plant body. This is only the part from where the water comes out in the surface of the leaves and splits in the surface. Now if we talk about the further, we can see that in the middle section the petiole is extended throughout, in the leaf, and this part in the middle of the section, if we talk, this part is called the midrib. This part is called the midrib, or it has an another wording for it, that it is also called the middle lamella. It is also called the middle lamella. And if we talk about the midrib or middle lamella, it has an speciality that it is made up of this. The question which is generally asked under the midrib or middle lamella section is its composition. I mean that what is the middle lamella and midrib is made up of. So our answer will be the calcium pactate. Our answer will be the calcium pactate along with magnesium pactate. Along with the magnesium pactate. These are the two chemicals that is present in the middle lamella of a leaf. Now, if we further go, then we can see the branching or the extension coming out from the midrib, and this is the part which is called the vein. Which is called the vein, or we can say main vein. And the vein generally bears some more veins, and that smaller one veins is called the subvein. The vein which is coming out from the main vein is called the subvein. And these all are the parts which is under the leaf diagram we generally studies, and that's it. For this session, we will be further talking about the reproduction of flowering plant. For this, if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and if you are new to the channel, please press the bell icon so that our videos could reach to you as soon as possible, and also share with your friends. Those who are the needy one could get the knowledge from this channel also. And thank you.